Okay, new segment, Reploid News. I'm Reploid Bill, William Bush.
Proto Guy, Shane McCree.
Kage, Spencer Robertson.
Lone Paladin, Nicholas Maddox.
Alright, the very first thing we're due to talk about today is this new Xbox 720, whatever they're going to name it.
It's actually being called 720.
Okay. Not trying to get way too deep into this. I essentially want to know what facts people do know and what your opinions on it are.
Well, from what I've read online, I believe it's... I don't think it's 100% official yet. We won't know until next month when Microsoft reveals the console. But my biggest issue is the same issue that everybody's having problems with. Always online.
I can tell you right now, if we find out that that's supposed to be always online, I won't spend the money on it. That is a deal breaker for me for Microsoft. Because with the internet we've got around here, Comcast or whatever, I don't have 100% stable internet. So if I'm playing through a game and my internet drops out for 3 minutes and it's like, oh hey, kicked you out to the dashboard.
Yeah, it'll boot your game. From what I understand, it'll turn the Xbox off, not just dashboard. You turn the whole system down.
So my question is, what is Microsoft thinking? Why? Why do that? What was wrong with the 360? You didn't have to be online for that all the time, and it works just fine. I don't know. Whoever's in charge of fucking coming up with these ideas needs to be shot.
My issue doesn't even come down to that. My issue is real simplistic. Very simplistic, which is something they really should have thought about. Okay, I have a Nintendo. I have a Super Nintendo. I have an Intellivision. I have a Sega. I have the PlayStation 1. I still put my PlayStation 2 to use every now and then. I don't just play it off something. I put my PS2 on and I play a game. My issue here is this. They dropped the Xbox network. They went to the Xbox 360 network. Sooner or later they'll drop the 360 network. Video games in general, believe it or not, are an investment. As you buy them, you save them, you play them, sooner or later they do gain a money value, and sooner or later you could sell them, presumably. My issue comes when after 10 years, when they bring a new system out and they drop the network for the 720, every game, every controller, the system, all the side things, if I was using it as my Blu-ray player, all the thousands of dollars that I invest over 10 years now become throwaway money. Well, I can never get a single penny back from it because once the network goes down, the system doesn't work. It's essentially the most technologically advanced paperweight I've ever purchased.
Well, you and I were talking at work the other day. What's been the track record for always online systems? Sega Channel? Dead.
Oh god, that died almost instantly.
Right. It was a terrible... We weren't ready for it. I won't say that we couldn't do it today. The system is a lot... Okay, your phone is always online, technically. But you pay for a contract to do that. Now, the PS Vita came out, and that's always online. Mine isn't. But yours could be. You could get the 4G, 3G, whatever it is.
3G through AT&T.
Right.
It's like $50 a year or some stupid shit like that. You'd have to set up through them.
Right.
But they have the two different models. One that has that capability, which you don't have to use.
Right.
Like my Vita has. Or you just get the Wi-Fi only one, which just doesn't come with the SIM card, and it's $50 less.
See, that's the one I use. I don't like the idea of paying for essentially another phone contract when I know I'm not going to get
with a company that
there's
you
no
don't
use
even
for it
use.
unless you're absolutely going to be like in the middle of nowhere where there's magically signal and you have to be online to do something.
I never felt
go
it was
to
practical.
a hotel.
I'm not going to play games that hard on my PS Vita. I mean, yes, I love my Vita. Don't get me wrong. I think it's the greatest handheld ever released. I'm willing to say that given enough time, this thing could overtake
the original Game Boy.
I really think so. It has the potential to be a PS3 in my hand. And yes, stop bitching, people that got all up in arms about DOA 5. They had to drop the visuals to get the frame rate. The game looks great. Shut your mouth. Let's move on.
I agree on that one.
But, like I said, the rumors surrounding the new Xbox, are just rumors. We won't technically know what's going on until May 21st. So until then, this is all just speculation. But the rumors online, we're not only are we pissed, but it seems like anybody who's a gamer is pissed. I've read comments, people saying if that's true, they're switching to Sony. And regardless, I'm getting the PlayStation 4 because it's superior. That's my opinion.
Just to throw this one, to not drag this out, like I said, we're just going to do this quickly. I'll give a small overview or whatever, and then we'll go around the room. Just to end this real quick, they will not get a single penny from me because video games are an investment. And if 10 years from now, I can't take my daughter, who's already growing up to be a gamer, and I can't be like, did you ever play this? People that buy Halo 5, you better be ready to throw that shit away. That's my comment. Because you can't fucking keep it.
I want to sound like a fanboy here, but all I got to say is go Sony!
Alright, look, I've been Microsoft faithful for quite a while. I bought a PS3 at the behest of all of my friends. I don't have it anymore. I didn't play it. I didn't get any use out of it. I sold it. I'm telling you right now, if Microsoft brings out the Xbox 720 always online, I'm going to have to go with PlayStation 4 because I'm not going to waste my money on something I can't use and when the system gets shut off. It's not going to happen.
In truth, I'm probably not planning on picking up the 720 even for like a couple years anyways because how many Xbox 360s have I gone through? Seriously, how many have I got that were like brand new? They're still like the older models, but I've bought them brand new. And within like 3, 6, 9 months, red ring. Like that. I just turned the system on, red ring. And so I don't trust any new systems that come out immediately until they've already at least had 2 or 3 production runs. And they're like, oh fuck, we screwed up.
And it does happen. They usually
it happens constantly.
Systems.
I mean, look at the Xbox 360 right now. You have the original system, which had like 3 different variants to it, and then you had the slightly newer version of it, and then you've got the Xbox Elite,
the Xbox Elite Slim,
and then you have the Slim, which is out now,
which I've got,
which has the internal memory and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So all that. It took them forever to actually be like, all right, well, here's our super awesome Xbox 360 that has a Wi-Fi thing built into it, so you don't have to spend $100 fucking
I still have
for a
that
stupid little thing.
I have that stupid thing.
You know, we fixed all the horrible design flaws that we had before, which caused you to go and buy like 18 fucking Xboxes. That way you can keep playing your Halo or your Carl on Duty or some shit. Yes, I said Carl on Duty. I don't give a fuck. I hate COD. It's a piece of shit.
It's not very good fish either.
No, it's not. But anyways, we'll have to wait to see what's going on. If it's online only, I'm not going to pick it up ever because even though I have extremely reliable internet through ITV3 in Pekin, fuck. We even have yesterday even I was trying to get all the shit ready for one of our upcoming episodes, and my internet went out for like 4 hours. Like, all of our service died for 4 hours because a squirrel decided to get into a fucking transponder or something.
If Spencer had been playing a game,
he would have been pissed.
Skyrim, a new type of Skyrim, and you don't save until you're done.
Online?
You don't save until you're done playing because normally there's no reason to save until you're ready to turn it off because...
Well, there's an autosave feature on that, though.
Yeah, at each checkpoint. Well, let's say that the game just shuts off.
Yeah.
4 hours.
Okay, look, I look at it this way, alright? I don't plan on getting the thing when it releases anyway. I just bought the Star Wars Special Edition Xbox 360. I'm not planning on replacing it anytime soon, and I'm not going to have the $500 or $600 to pull out of my ass to pay for it the day it comes out anyway. So, regardless, I won't be getting it launch day. I'll be waiting. But if the always online thing sticks, I'm going to have to go back to PlayStation.
All right. We have another topic to move to, so let's move to that. Adam Orth. Anybody that doesn't know, this dude became a meme over like the last week. All right, calm down with the rage over here, guy. Let me explain for anybody in this room that doesn't yet know what Adam Orth is. Adam Orth is one of the upper managements of Microsoft. Big guy. He's up there, you know, okay? Like top 20 levels type of guy.
Not just the janitor.
Yeah, he's not just a janitor. We're talking what he says represents all of Microsoft. During all our drama that we just got done with in issue 1, we mentioned something. The online all the time. Adam Orth took it upon himself to sign into the network, Twitter, and post live. Understand? Not like privately.
Oh, that dickbag.
Live. He said, I don't understand what all of the drama is about always being online. The world is online. Deal with it.
Yeah, that dickbag.
I
heard about that one. I didn't know what his name was, but I heard that there was a Microsoft employee that did that. I was like, are you fucking serious?
It gets better. Blizzard responded to him, okay? Blizzard responded saying, may I remind you, games of EverQuest, massive multiplayer online. Let's talk Halo 3. When the internet goes out, these games are paperweights, essentially garbage. I'm proud of what we've done here at Blizzard, but I don't deny that the internet is a big part of what we do, and should anybody have spotty coverage, our system and game is worthless. His response to somebody that obviously had thought this through before they produced a game that was going to be always online, he said, well, I have spotty coverage in my neighborhood, so I think I'm not going to get a cell phone. Go fuck yourself.
Exactly.
Well, I just read a few days ago about this guy, and I don't know if you know what happened to him.
He got Sony. This is actually okay. Let's move directly to issue 2. Here we are. We're on issue 3. Adam Orth. The second issue about Adam Orth. After his release, a week later, the internet exploded over this thing. YouTube blew up. There were all kinds of Twitters. They shared this guy's remark all over the internet, and people went crazy. They immediately boycotted Xboxes. There were petitions all over online. A couple thousand videos overnight flooded YouTube. People simply posting like 5-second videos like, hey, Adam Orth.
From what I read,
Like that simple.
From what I read a few days ago, he resigned from Microsoft.
No. Microsoft, from what I understand, they released a statement. He's fired.
Well,
not resigned. Get out.
And Microsoft also apologized for their dumbass employee who should not have done that, who should not have gotten online and say that. So they
well, no. This is a lot bigger than dumbass employee. This would be me. This would be like me coming from work going, hey guys, did you hear about our new company's product or stuff? Yeah, fuck you. No, because I would get fired and that'd be the end of it.
Right.
Or anyone who actually, heard me and were like, you're pissed off.
What's really nasty about
All they would do is like, we're sorry. This was an entry-level employee. They know not what they're speaking of. They're retarded. We're sorry. This is top tier, like almost CEO level.
That's what I mean.
This is mass fucking corporation.
This guy doesn't work for McDonald's.
We're sorry does not fucking cut it. I'm sorry. See, that type of shit, I already was pissed off a bit about at Microsoft anyways. Because I just don't like Microsoft that much. I'll still buy Windows, just not Windows 8, because that's a piece of shit. I'm not a big fan of the 360 anymore, because I've gone through so goddamn many. And they're already on thin ice with me anyways. But to basically have one of their CEO-level fucking employees go, fuck you, no.
That's essentially
At this point, I'm actually about to jump on the bandwagon and say, fuck Microsoft. I'll boycott them myself. I'm almost at that point. I really don't like them that much right now.
I don't want to bust your bubble, but you're going to need more than just you, because, look, guy.
No, I mean, just as a personal thing.
I can't boycott McDonald's. My $5 is not that important.
Yeah, that's true.
But
That's true. But
Could
it's,
need some help with the boycott.
I just don't understand. You know,
I'm almost
from
to
what
that
I
point,
said
though.
previously, Microsoft is fucking up badly. You know, like
But okay, now wait. To be fair, this isn't Microsoft. This is actually okay. When you talk Xbox, you're actually talking about a secondary divisionary company of Microsoft, represented by Microsoft, but not Microsoft.
they're
Understand?
owned by Microsoft.
Okay,
They're
But it's
Xbox
not right.
Microsoft.
But he didn't get on and say something about computers
No.
or software development.
let me-
He spoke directly for the 360 department of Microsoft. He doesn't affect Microsoft.
then let me read.
Well, yeah,
let me
but
take back
Windows
my
8's
last
garbage
statement.
anyways.
And my last statement, I'll just erase that and say that part of Microsoft. What the fuck's going on with them? I don't know what they're thinking.
Well, now to be fair, all right, yes, this guy spoke for Xbox, but this was one guy that spoke out of turn. It wasn't like they all sat at a board meeting table and went, "Hey, we want you to piss off the internet today."
Actually, you don't know that because in truth, that's another tactic for.
Yeah, but if that had been their plan,
getting stuff out.
they wouldn't have been like, "Hey, go piss these people off." He'd have been like, "Fuck you guys," and then they wouldn't have been like, "You're fucking fired, and we're issuing an apology."
He could have been getting ready to resign anyways, and they probably just like, well, hey, we'll give you a compensation package on your way out anyways. We'll just call it fired
via Twitter.
and send it out.
Yeah, there's another thing in here too. Like our disembodied voice just actually said it wouldn't have been done via Twitter. There's 100 other ways. They could have done this at the release. There's a release very soon where they'll release the system and talk real specs, not leaked specs.
So wait,
real
they're
shit.
actually going to show the system?
Yes.
Unlike Sony, they're actually going to show theirs?
Well, they're following Sony's advice here. Look, Sony's waiting for E3. They gave a teaser. They're waiting for E3. They're going to release a form of teaser. I think we'll see the system, but not everything that it can do, and not every design of the system. And then we'll see the more.
I'm
on E3.
only assuming that E3 is where they're going to release it. At the same time, if it's not E3, then it's going to be what Tokyo Game Show.
They're revealing it soon.
They will,
Like,
yes.
Not E3. They're not saving everything for E3. They're about to talk about it soon, and not the Tokyo Game Show, not that time. Their own personal
Conference.
They're
Okay.
Yeah,
gonna be
they
releasing
usually,
information.
well, most of the big companies usually do their own personal conferences.
That's
because
because they don't have to
some
compete.
stuff.
Well, like I
But
said,
they still do like the different shows.
like I said in our first segment, May 21st. That's when it's revealed. Hopefully, I get to see what the console controller, whatever. I want to see what it all looks like. I want to hear them tell me what's going on. I want to hear it from them before I make my decision. We're just going on rumors and pissed off people.
All I can say is that if Microsoft reveals this system and what Adam Orth said the whole time is true, I'm going to stick with what I said. I will not buy the Xbox 720.
Quick question.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people will be pretty pissed off and probably remember back to what he said. And no one will
It's going to be a rallying cry. Whether they do it or not, it's going to be a rallying cry.
Now, I have a question for you, Reploid. From what I told you, it is a few days ago when I read online that he resigned for reasons unknown, whatever. When did you read it that he actually got fired? Because I didn't see that. All I know is he resigned.
Not to get way too pluggy here, but somebody you need to check out is called alphaomegasin. He does his research. He looks his shit up. He has a whole lot of contacts that give him information, not just like a random guy here and a random guy here. He's pretty well tied in around the internet. He gets a lot of views, and he does a lot of this rallying cry type of stuff. When things are ignorant in companies, when companies fuck up, when things like that, this guy puts out the fucking boom call. He goes online, he throws a fit, he tells you exactly what's really going on. He's done his research. He's not babbling out his fucking asshole. He's real about it. Sometimes you don't care for what he's saying because you just don't give a shit about those games or whatever. And then sometimes he talks about Capcom and you're like, what? And then you look it up and everything he said is real because he's not a fucking stupid guy here. Go check out Alpha Omega Sin. I'll put a
link in the
description to check this guy out. He's really cool. He was where I first got my information. Then I looked it up, and I found a couple different sites that were claiming that Microsoft booted his ass. He did not resign. That's a cover-up story for his dignity.
I would boot his ass too.
I would have booted his ass into a cannon and fired that motherfucker straight
And
to the sun.
as a joke, alphaomegasin also comments that Adam Orth has earned Sony PlayStation's Employee of the Year.
Probably, yeah.
Because he just got them a lot of effing money.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like I said before, I'm going to sound like a fanboy. Go Sony.
Let's move on.
I'll double that.
Go Sony!
Let's move to our fourth issue, which you guys might find interesting also.
About to drop. Hurry. On the deck below you. There isn't much time.
Got it.
What you've just seen is the unreleased possible. Now, this is one of two things. It was going to be its own standalone universe or a remake of Mega Man X Maverick Hunter. First person shooter, the fourth game to be guaranteedly suspended indefinitely from Capcom Studios.
Well, yeah. Do you want to know why? Because they have such a hard-on for Street Fighter 4.
Actually, a big part of what's going on is Inefume left.
I don't blame him.
The creator of Mega Man took his dick and went home.
Hey, I don't blame him.
Well,
with the way Mega Man's been getting fucked lately, what game came out for Mega Man's 25th anniversary?
Technically speaking, there wasn't one.
Yeah, there was. Capcom even backed this.
No.
It was a fan-made game.
No, technically speaking, there wasn't one. Capcom threw their money behind a quote-unquote
Fan game.
I guess you could call him a ROM hacker, and they made a fan game. I'm not bashing the game, don't misunderstand me, but that's not a Capcom game. That doesn't count as supporting your 25th year anniversary for Mega Man.
No, the last time he was in an actual game made by Capcom, did you ever see what Mega Man looked like?
They even took him out of Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Yeah, they threw in Zero instead, which honestly was... I liked playing as Zero. That was cool. They should have kept fucking Mega Man in there.
Capcom, why do you hate Mega Man?
Oh, this is the biggest problem I have. The last game I saw Mega Man in was the PlayStation 3 version of Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Fat,
That's the one I was talking about.
homeless, busted ass helmet with a pistol Mega Man.
Yeah,
That's
that's the Mega Man I was talking about.
Yeah,
that was the
that
last
Mega Man-
appearance in the game.
that Mega Man is inspired by the original cover art of the NES
So
game.
you said Itafune took his dick and went home. If I'd been punched in the dick that many times, I'd have taken my shit home too, all black and blue and swollen and shit. I'd have been like,
There's probably
"Well,
nothing left but powder at that
I'm
point.
done.
Yeah, he's done. He left. He's not the only one that left. They've
You know-
they've lost a lot of their high up
I
programmers like
honestly
that.
hope he starts up his own company just to be able to develop Mega Man.
Can't do it.
Capcom owns it.
He could get the rights from him because apparently they're just like,
Yeah, but you think
What I wanna
Capcom's
see
gonna
happen-
sell him the rights?
This is okay. Here's what I want to see
he
happen.
offers them enough money maybe.
Okay, before we get into this, first off, did you like the way he looked?
In that? Fuck yeah.
That was pretty
That
sweet.
was sweet as shit.
That's what Mega Man should be.
Okay, next question. What'd you think of the gameplay aspects? And of course, they weren't yet completely refined, but you could tell what they were going to be.
You know what? The fact that we could, with the way it looked, is like if this was actually a game coming out, I would be super fucking excited because not only can you fucking target different enemies, body parts, like as we saw in one of the clips, is like you shot, and you mentioned he shot the guns off the top of the mech. Another part, he blew the fucking leg off of a mech and then just ran up and went, bink, and just blasted it to death. Fuck yes. I would love to play the shit out of that game.
There were some differences we all noticed in the game. In the footage you showed us, the blaster is not the traditional Mega Man.
Yeah, it's
Buster
not the
cannon.
traditional
turned into
Mega
a
Buster
type of-
Cannon.
It's like
It's
a
more of a
machine
machine gun. But
Yeah.
even then, I'm pretty sure Mega Man could have done that anyway.
Right, and I mean,
It could have been a rapid fire weak setting.
It's not something that I'm mad about because think about playing that game going pew pew.
Actually, I have played that game doing that because there's a fan game that was based off the Doom 2 engine. It's called Mega Man 8-Bit Deathmatch.
And we'll have to put that link in the description below.
You'll live. But no, it's like I have played that game. It's got
It's
fancy
pretty
ass,
cool.
but
If
it's
anybody
fun.
hasn't seen it, they should at least go check it out. Like, watch YouTube footage of it or
If
something.
you watch it
Yeah.
if you watch it really closely, it really has kind of a Doom feel to it. For me.
It's based off the Doom 2 engine. That's
No,
why.
he's talking
no,
about
no,
the
no.
new one.
Oh, the
Okay,
new one, yeah.
The new Mega Man that we'll never see, that was actually being developed by the key developers of the Metroid Prime series. Not all the whole team, but the key developers, the guys
Which
that
honestly,
really.
I'm not angry about.
Well,
That's-
it was
that's
going
pretty
to
sweet.
be pretty sweet. Now the armor, mechs, and overall art style. Get this. They called in the big guns. Who here likes Iron Man?
Right here.
There.
The
Oh my
armor-
god, they called in Tony Stark.
The armor was developed by the actual artists that developed the Iron Man armors in these last 3 movies.
Damn.
They came on board to design Mega Man and his enemies.
And I
And then
bet
they
those
scrapped the
guys
project?
are super pissed that they can't.
No, they still got paid, probably.
Yeah, I'm sure they got paid regardless.
I know,
but we'll
but-
never's really
But
seen it.
but the fact that they went through all the trouble to do that
Yeah.
for something that'll never release, they were probably super excited for it. They might have even been fucking Mega Man fans and been like, sweet, we can actually work on a fucking Mega Man
We
game?
didn't get to see a boss, and we also didn't get to see what's going on with like do you see Thomas Light?
No, we
You know what I
didn't see
mean?
him.
Well, of course we didn't, but it's a question as to what we could have seen, what we would have seen, and it's just not going to happen.
I wanted to see Proto Man.
Of course,
He's
you
not
did.
in there, not
It's-
in Maverick Hunter. It would be.
It's supposed to be X.
It's
You want
X.
it-
Proto Man won't be in there. It would have been 0.
And there's another thing right there. What we just said. X was he? That wasn't even the final thing. If it's a remake of X, the armors, you weren't even seeing the completed badass look. He was going to get more awesome as the game went.
And you technically misunderstood what I was saying. I just wanted to, in that new concept, I just wanted to see what they would have done with Proto Man. Because
Like-
he's badass.
Hollow Scarf.
No, actually, they probably would have had like this badass like idea for like it's super armor plated, and it's just like normal material.
So what? Like he runs into battle and he's like, "I whip my scarf back and forth," and he's fucking cutting people's heads off and shit. Like, I don't know.
well, no, it's you know, it's just a weird idea that they probably would have maybe thrown in there, like special mesh cloth that can't be destroyed or something like that.
Sadly, it's completely. Look,
Not
you're
gonna
never
happen.
going to see it. It's done and over with.
Rest in peace, Mega Man.
It's basically what it's coming down to.
What I would like to see happen with Mega Man. If Mega Man has to go somewhere, if something has to happen, he started on the Nintendo. I would like to see, and I'm saying this because Nintendo has always had one big thing going for them. Strong first-party content.
Yeah.
There's a Mario, it's usually always done right. Donkey Kongs, things like that. If it's an icon of Nintendo, first-party content, it's done right. If they get the rights to Mega Man,
I would be.
we could at least
fucking
guarantee
happy.
that Mega Man would be treated right. And Mega Man would appear in Smash Brothers.
Fuck
Yes.
yes, dude. Look, I don't understand why he hasn't been in there yet already.
Because he was
Because he's
Nintendo.
not a Nintendo character.
Doesn't
It was
matter.
Peter Solid
Solid
Snake.
Snake.
Solid
and Sonic
Snake
the
started
Hedgehog
as
aren't
Nintendo.
That
Put him
well,
in.
no,
And
actually,
Sonic the
Sonic is
Hedgehog.
now.
Yeah, he is now.
That's why
No,
they got to
Sonic's
throw him
games
in.
are put on the PlayStation and the Xbox.
That's true too.
That's-
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, but Nintendo owns Sega. So
I thought Sega was a
Yeah,
third-party.
Sega's third-party
publisher.
developer.
Sega,
I thought Nintendo bought
nobody
them out
owns
ages ago.
Sega. Sega makes
They
games
just don't
for
make
any
a
console.
anymore.
But regardless,
They're like a freelance company.
if Nintendo got their hands on Mega Man, we'd see new games. They'd be done well, and to top all that off, he would be in Smash Brothers.
And Edifune would have a job again.
Look, there's two people.
That's true.
There's two people that need to make the Smash Brothers cut.
Mega Man.
Mega Man, and I swear to you, where's Little Mac?
Little
Come
Mac
on.
does need to come in there. That would be sweet.
Now I will say, they made him an assist trophy in Brawl, okay? And that assist trophy is, in all honesty, fucking nuts. Because you grab the thing, you throw it up in the air, Little Mac comes out and goes, huh, 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 and then he runs up at him and goes, doom, 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 and uppercuts the fuck out of him, and they're like, oh! And does a shitload of damage, and then they come back to the ground, and he'll fucking run up and do a straight, and if their damage is high enough,
He launches them
bye,
off the stage
launched
and kills
off the
them.
screen.
Little Mac is a feasible character for
They
that.
need some Little Mac, and they need some Mega Man.
Mega Man would just be sweet, but the question is, if you brought Mega Man in, which version? Would you go
Original
with traditional Mega Man, or
I'd
would
go
you go with
original at
X?
first. At first, I'd go original. For Smash Brothers, the way it is.
Oh yeah, because in truth they have like Toon Link and Link.
Yep.
So just start off with traditional Mega Man and then throw in X in like the next game or something.
Or unlock him as another character.
That works too.
Because that's
know,
one of the
Or,
things.
or have him as a transformation.
You
Kind of
can
like
do
they
that,
have
too.
Zelda and Sheik.
One of the things that really annoyed me, though I know we're going off topic, we were talking about Maverick Hunter, but one of the things that annoyed me when they made the Brawl, I love that game. It's the only reason I still have my Wii, I'm going to be completely honest with you, is Smash Brothers Brawl.
It's a fucking awesome game.
Why did they only add one Sonic the Hedgehog character? Knuckles?
Would you rather play
Oh.
as Tails?
No,
No.
he's right. Where's
Knuckles.
Knuckles? That's a good.
Knuckles is supposed to be the fighter out of them anyway. He doesn't have the hypersonic speed that Sonic's got. The gliding, the punching. He could have been
No
a very
offense.
feasible character.
My opinion would be Shadow.
He's an assist trophy.
Yeah.
He's a shitty one,
Yeah,
but he's an
but he's
assist
in there.
trophy.
Well,
Silver.
Fuck that, dude.
Look, let's
No.
not even get into the fucking hedgehog shit. That's the end of this issue. Now we're gonna go to a recommendation for viewing and playing.
I'm talking about a video recommendation. Shut the fuck up!
All right, recommendation for viewing. Today, I want to talk to you about this movie. This is The Frankenstein Theory. Now, this is a cheap movie. Understand this. This is $15 at Walmart, possibly cheaper. But the idea behind the movie is what's interesting. If I had to tell you something to try out, something to buy, something to watch, whatever, I really am going to recommend this. It's a very simple movie. For anybody that appreciated or liked the type of movies that came out around the time the Blair Witch played, especially the way the Blair Witch was filmed, it was very kind of documentary style type of thing, as if it actually happened. This follows the same idea, and it's for the first time ever, aside from possibly Mary Shelley book, that type, the movie, the Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, I've never seen the Frankensteins follow the actual book. This does. This is almost word for word exactly the book. In fact, they find the original letters that were written that you find at the start of the book. In the start of the book, for those that don't know, there's a small narrative of letters where a captain whose ship was stuck in the Arctic Circle, he describes a horrific event that he witnessed. They find those letters for real, indicating that there's a possibility that the book was not fake, that whatever this is, it could still be out there. I want to say he's a scientist. I'm not 100% sure what he is. They just simply call him a doctor, and that he works for a university. The university fires him when he gets really uptight about these details and starts researching the book as if it was a real thing. Sooner or later, he hires a documentary crew, which is not very many people, and he takes them to the Arctic Circle, in where he believes he's found a rotation, kind of like a migration of animal life and unexplained deaths along the paths. He tries to track down what he believes is the Frankenstein monster, which would still be alive and still be wandering around. Let's ignore the fact that he would be well over 200 years old. Longevity. So, I really don't want to say too much more about it. It's interesting. The creature is kind of exciting because of the way he's filmed. He actually is, and for those of you that have read the book and seen the movies are never quite accurate. He's supposed to be an 8-foot tall, nearly see-through skin, scary, ridiculous, more than gorilla strength monster. And he's supposed to be intelligent, but also very vicious because of the way the world treated him in general when he came into our world. Because I kind of tripped myself up there on my talking. All I really want to say is this is my recommendation for viewing. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's super cheap. I'm talking $10, $15. Just understand that this is the type of movie you're getting into before you get into it. That's been my recommendation for viewing. This has been Reploid Bill.
Hey guys, I'm here to give you a gaming recommendation, and what I've got here is, it's kind of an older game, PlayStation 2. It's called Trapped. And the whole concept of this game is you're the princess in this castle, and you're given these weird powers, and you have like this devil arm. Well, the devil arm doesn't give you offensive abilities to say, but as you're running through the castle, these guys are chasing you, and you can use the devil arm to place traps, hence the name of the game, Trapped, in the castle, so that when these idiots are following you around in a circle, because the AI isn't that brilliant, you can drop guillotines on their head, rolling iron balls, molten lava, flying buzz saws. I mean, there are a lot of possibilities to traps in this game. I've seen a trap where a guy got hit by a buzzsaw, pushed into a wall, guillotined from the other way, thrown into a spike wall, and then dropped into a lava pit. I mean, it's the combos you can do in this game are crazy. The only problem, like I said, the AI is kind of stupid. I mean, the game's not really difficult. I personally didn't get all the way through the game. I got most of the way through it, but I think my memory card got broken or something, so I didn't get to finish it. But, so if you've got a PlayStation 2 and you're looking around at GameStop, this has a pre-owned tag on it for $5. So, if you want something kind of different, and you want something you haven't really played before, I would definitely recommend this game, because it's different, it's not the kind of game you see all the time, so, Trapped, PlayStation 2, made by Tecmo. It's been Kage, Spencer Robertson, recommendation for gaming. Hey guys, Kage from ReploidProductions here. Just wanted to talk to you about the Injustice comic series coming out, leading up to the release of Injustice Gods Among Us, made by NetherRealm Studios. The comic books are a precursor to the actual game. I'm gonna give you a little backstory. You can get them at your local comic book shop. if you want a physical copy, you can download them for about $1 an issue off the internet. If you get the collector's edition for Gods Among Us, you'll get all 8 books together with the game. I've seen some of the pictures and some frames from the comics, and it looks like it's going to be really sweet. So if you're a comic book collector, or if you just want to see what the story is leading up to Injustice, I definitely recommend this as a something you should pick up, download, what have you. That's all I really got to say about that, so thanks for watching.
Alright, so one last tiny little bit of news for all of you who are watching that actually didn't know this. Rooster Teeth, the guys who created Red vs. Blue many years ago, it's actually part of the reason why I bought an Xbox and started playing Halo. They actually had their 10-year anniversary April 1st of this year. The very first episode of Red vs. Blue was actually posted to the internet on April 1st, 2003. So 10 years, still going hard. You know, they're getting ready to do season 11 Red vs. Blue. They got a new animated series by Monty Ohm coming out called Ruby that's going to be releasing this summer, and they have they're starting to do more production for some immersion stuff. So if you guys happen to get a chance, go check them out. We'll have the website for Rooster Teeth down in the description. We'll also throw a link to their channel. Subscribe, check the guys out. They do a wonderful job. And the fact that they're still going so strong on the internet, I mean, after 10 years, that says a lot. So, you know what? Congratulations, you guys. Looking forward to at least another 10 years of watching you guys.
I have spoken. Take what you will from it.